Just been speaking to the manager there, he said that it's a lot of players will say to him it's the best dressing room they've ever been involved in. That's something you feel?
Yeah, no, look, definitely. I think there's certainly a togetherness in it, which I say is quite surprising whenever you've signed so many players. I think to kind of have a togetherness, I think we can still improve on the park, but it's obviously it needs to start with a relationship where you can trust each other and you want to kind of do anything for each other. I think that's where we're at just now, and in the pitch we'll still look to develop as I think we are. So it's not really positive. I think it goes down to obviously the recruitment. You maybe want to sign the best players, but if you can get players that fit into your structure, into your idea and into your dressing room, it makes a big difference.
What have you made of the season so far? Because you look at those games where you've lost to Hibs and then Dundee by a few goals, and then you win these two games and you're up to fourth again. What are you made of all?
Yeah, no, look, I think it's we're sitting in a good position. That's the first thing. We're in a really good position. As always, there's room for improvement. I think we've been more consistent than last year, because obviously we went in the big run last year, which we're hoping to avoid. It'd be nice if we did, and we're looking to piece together a few more kind of consistent positive results, and I think we've managed to do that. And it's always about building wee runs, and hopefully on Friday night we can continue and go 3 in the bounce.
Is finishing fourth a realistic game for you?
I think, look, I'd love to say it's realistic. I'd love to say we should achieve it. I think we need to focus on getting to a points total that keeps us safe, keeps us in the league. From there we then build. I think that's how the club has had financial success. I think you start from there and then you can kind of try and kick on. So hopefully that's what we can do. We've made a hell of a good start to do that. And the sooner we get to a points tally we see safe, then we can maybe look to reassess and kick on for there.
Does that sum up the Scottish Premiership? So that you're sitting fourth, but you're thinking about safety.
Well, look, I think there's Aberdeen, Rangers, Celtic a wee bit ahead, but everyone else is I think maybe 15 points, 12 points. And obviously you've got Hibs and Hearts, who are teams that have obviously a big financial backing that could go on a run. They've got some very good players. So I think I'm pessimistic, so we need to make sure that we stay in the league. I think that's where Motherwell wants to be, where Motherwell should be. If we're fourth, it's a hell of a good achievement. We're top 6, it's a brilliant achievement as well, and bottom 6 is where financially we probably should be. But as a club we look to overachieve, we look to push ourselves, and that's certainly what we'll be trying to do.
Friday night football, something you look forward to?
Yeah, no, it'll be nice. I think it's different. I think I think it can sometimes bring, I don't know about this time of year when it's maybe a bit colder, but certainly it can bring a nice atmosphere, and hopefully it does.
How was Copenhagen?
It was good, yeah. I think good to get away. There was good turnout, so that's positive. We all made both flights, so there's absolutely no complaints.
Are you back a bit sharper than you maybe expected to from your injury?
I don't know. I think on time. I think we've got a medical team here that's very realistic, and I'd hope when it happened that my target was to be back for the cup final, and obviously I was back for the cup final to watch, so it was good. So it was the medical team here's got loads of experience, and they kind of tell you how it is. Don't let your emotions kind of try and dictate, and I came back in the time that I think they were comfortable with, and I'm feeling good, and I'm hopefully ready to play a part in the rest of the season.
What do you sort of make of the right back department at the club? Because I think for all the injuries the club have had, it's probably the area where probably most stocked in terms of options that can go.
I know, definitely. I think Jair coming in has been able to play there as well. It's brilliant. I went out first or second choice. I'm now 9th. No, look, I think it shows you the strength of the squad. Players are willing to play in positions that maybe they're not accustomed to and do a job for the team. And I think that's testament to how the setup is week to week. We know the roles, that we know what's expected. I'm not saying I could go and do a job up front, but I know what the manager would want. Whether or not that happens is different. But so no, look, I think it's a testament to how well the kind of boys work in training, how the manager sets up the training and whatnot. So no, look, I'm hoping to get back in sooner rather than later. But again, we're on a good run. I'd be obviously over the moon if we continued that running, and I'm sitting watching. But obviously, the longer that goes, the cheerier you get.
The wee burst of pace at the end there, so you maybe good to go if
Well, there was a burst of pace going one way. I think maybe the fitness was the other way coming back. But no, look, as I said, I'm feeling good, and look to obviously to get back in the team as soon as.
No winter break this year, Stephen, does that suit you?
Look, I think if we're continuing a good run, I think obviously it'd be great to not have the winter break. But I know from the household point of view, I think my wife enjoyed a couple of weeks whenever I'd actually kind of not be stressing about games. Instead, we've replaced a week with 6 days and 12 days or something, like 6 games in 12 days or some madness. But so no, look, I think I enjoyed the winter break when it was here, but it doesn't really make a massive difference.
How frustrating was the injury for you, Stephen? How difficult was it to be sitting in the sidelines watching?
Yeah, no, look, very frustrating. I think touch wood, it's not something that's happened too often in my career. Muscle injuries, and for it to happen when I was playing centre back of all positions, like I maybe get it if I'm busting down a line or something. But look, I was frustrated. I think at the time it wasn't overly painful, but I think if you'd seen it, I was pretty raging. Just essentially my body let me down for what was a massive week for the club, and also a massive week for me personally. I've never been in a semi-final. It's hopefully something I can remedy come the Scottish Cup, but you know, in football you don't get too many opportunities sometimes, and it was certainly one I was devastated to miss. But you go away, you watch the games, you recover, also maybe gives you a reality check how lucky I have been. Some of the teammates that I've played with over the years and just now at the club, far better footballers than me, but have niggles and knocks and things they struggle to get rid of, or big serious injuries. So thankfully I've not got that, but just reminds me how lucky I am to be playing football, and when I'm fit, it's try not to be too gutted when you're not playing.
You're one of a few that are on their way back. How strong a squad can this be when everybody's fit? If everybody's fit?
Yeah, no, definitely. I look forward to the manager's selections of the squad, never mind the starting 11. So no, look, it's again, competition's good. Something we maybe, with the injuries, it kind of came at one point we needed to get bodies in, and now when bodies start to come back fit, it starts to pose another problem. But the quality's there, which is a good thing. And even the likes of Tom Sparrow getting injured for a couple, comes back and scores when he comes on. So everyone's itching. I think everyone's realises that it's going to be difficult to stay in the team and then stay in the squad. So no, hopefully it brings a bite to training and a competition for places.
And you get Friday night football under the lights, a chance to get 3 wins in a row. How big would that be?
No, definitely would be massive. I think again, just looking to push away from teams below us is always the objective. And then obviously coming into a tough run of fixtures with lots of games over Christmas, when kind of anything can happen. So if we get the 3 in the bounce would be a great start. I think even unbeaten would be very good. Kilmarnock are a side that on their day they finished in Europe last season. They've kept that squad together, and they've got a top manager that has them organised and be tough to beat. So look, I think hopefully a good game, hopefully an enjoyable game. I would take 4-3 right now again, but obviously defensively, I don't know if it's the best return for us.